Hey everyone, welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a great weekend and got to enjoy some decent weather for at least part of or all of your weekend with some mild temperatures and maybe where you're at you got to enjoy some of the beautiful foliage that's occurring right now. A lot of the leaves are already down, but what's remaining, a lot of the maples are a beautiful red right now. So hopefully you could separate yourself from all the crazy and bizarre things that are happening around us. It's like every day we wake up, there's a new twist to add to the already bizarre events. Part of the battle is even knowing what is real, what's a psyop, and so much of the information now is hopefully you can, in the first couple lines, you can immediately tell that it's an AI generated article or video, so you're not wasting your time. Find a nice peaceful place to go gain your sanity back and all of that. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to our youngest grandson, who we spent some time with the last few days, and he walked up to me and said, "Hey, Pap, I watched some of your survival videos," which I found to be very surprising. And so he went on to show me on his little iPad screen where he was building, designing his own little homestead retreat type setup. He called it a camper, but it was more like a homestead, but it had all the cool parts of it, and it had some chickens and some cows, and had a garden, and I was impressed, but more so to see him doing something like that was creative and using his mind versus some of the other crime and war type videos that so many of our youth are occupied with. So
this is my chicken coop over here. This is my campfire without the chairs. This is my camper. This is where I cook some food. Here, I'll show you. And then that cooks. This is where I sleep.
So are you building a homestead?
A camper.
A camper homestead? How do you pull your animals?
How do I get food?
I heard chickens and cows.
Here's my chicken coop, and then out here, cow. I load up my crossbow.
Yeah.
Got it.
So how have you liked camping this weekend?
Good.
What's your favorite part?
Meat. Probably
Riding your bike? Hiking?
spending time with y'all.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We love spending time with you too.
I want chicken.
We just wish that we could do it more.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty cool looking camper and homestead you got going.
Thank you.
So I wanted to do a video to share with you talking about the war that no one is talking about. And I also wanted to share some information regarding the EBT food stamp fiasco that's ongoing. And some of the things that I heard on that are I don't want to use the word surprising, but yet surprising sometimes that people can be so stupid that the things that they video and post on TikTok and other platforms of them committing crimes without having any thought at all that that's now a documented crime and someone will catch up to them most likely. But a couple of things that I heard that kind of caught my attention, excuse me, that kind of caught my attention was where some of the folks who are recording these videos and posting them on TikTok are they are suggesting to other looters to go to white neighborhoods and loot the stores there. And when you really think about it, to a large degree, I mean, it makes sense, truthfully, but for multiple reasons. First of all, in most cities during the big C that happened in 2020, 2021 through 2025, many of your box stores, they pass laws that if looters came in and hit the store, that you would not stop them unless they had at least $1,000 worth of merchandise. You would just let them go. And also in many box stores, once the theft occurs and the thief exits the store and goes out the last door, you will not, loss prevention will not chase them out of the store, right? And they know this. So when you think about that and you add on top of it, because of the system in so many areas, many white people are not going to confront any kind of thief of a minority color. They're just not going to do it. One, because of all the repercussions, not just from their employer, but also from a society that tends to support this type of thought process, not of the employee, but of the thief. And it's easier to turn your head the other way and let them go than to face all of the headaches of personal lawsuits against the store plus the employee, and so on and so forth. So why, if you're going to loot a store and you're a minority, why would you not come to white neighborhoods? One, because the crime rates are so much less, therefore the security in and around these businesses is going to be less on guard than in high theft, high crime areas. And you can look that up, and statistically it backs that up. Okay. I did see where the Dollar Tree chain has been placing anti-theft devices on their doors. Dollar Tree. I wonder how much they invested in these security devices compared to what's invested in their merchandise. Where's the cost balance there? But it's interesting because Dollar Tree, Dollar General, these type stores, there's numerous reports of folks going in and filling their buggies full of loot and just walking out the door with them, and no one's trying to stop them. Okay, there's not a lot of movement yet for what was kind of predicted, but I do believe it's coming. A lot of folks thought that because the judge ruled the government had to pay, that they're still going to get their money. It's interesting that the $5.5 billion they needed to pay out for November, the money that they may use is actually being pulled from a fund that's for natural disasters, for earthquakes, hurricanes, and things of that nature. So while we have folks from Hurricane Helene a year ago who are still sitting with no running water and no flushing toilets, there's discussion that if they pay out a reduced amount for the EBT program, that they're going to pull it from those funds that should have been used to help the Hurricane Helene and disasters in other areas that never went out. So it's something to consider. It's interesting that you can walk into we'll say Walmart for an example, and you can use your EBT card to buy lobster. Can you believe that? Uh, I'm thinking, why do we not use the National Guard to go into the cities and areas where there's a large number of folks who need food? And why don't we not pass out cases of MREs? Bring some folks down to ground level. If they're good enough for our troops to eat when they're defending their country and possibly losing their life, then by golly, it should be good enough for individuals who are living off of free money from the taxpayers. Now, there's many people. I don't want to put everyone in a bucket. There are many people who need this money, okay, and they deserve this money. It's their only way of survival, and they can't work, okay. Um, so that's kind of where that's at right now. But from what I'm reading, there has been some level of looting in all 50 states at this point. So another thing that's kind of interesting to me, if you go back in history and you look at around World War II time frame, whenever there was any kind of crisis or anything of this nature, it was the community's responsibility to have programs to feed those who are in need. And I know here in the general area where I'm at in East Tennessee, I've read um, several advertisements where churches and other organizations had 200, 250 meals set up, what time folks could come and get them. Now, there will be a percentage of people who should not be able to get them because they are not in need. You always have that, but there are community organizations who are stepping up, okay? And that's how it used to be, versus the government paying 75% of every dollar for EBT and the state paying the other 25%. Another big difference is, if you remember back, you can, if you're old enough, years ago, in situations like this, individuals, you would see them standing in lines outside along the sidewalk to go in and get free food. Well, part of the EBT SNAP program is it saves them that embarrassment of having to have needs. All right, and they just get money loaded on that card and they go in and they buy whatever it is they're allowed to buy, which is a whole other debate. So those are just some things to keep in mind. Recommended for food, I know that there's collection areas that are actually asking for peanut butter and canned vegetables to be donated, healthy and protein, to be donated for these organizations to get boxed to pass out to families in need. So you can look in your area if your heart so leads you to take part. It's it's not our place to decide who does and who doesn't need it. There's a higher power who will deal with that. Okay. All right. So there's a war going on in our country that's not getting a lot of publicity, if any at all. And I don't know. I don't know if you have caught on to it. I just kind of came across it, and Festus fed me a link to kind of go along with it, and I'll put these two videos down in the program description box, and you can go check them out. I'll give you a heads up that the the link to Liberty Lockdown has a bit of profanity in it, the F-bomb several times, but it's a powerful video, and it'll give you a clear picture of what I'm talking about, of the war that is going on, specifically the war that's going on within the conservative movement, the GOP, and more specifically, a movement of the younger generation, who many of the million plus followed podcasters who are labeling them as the woke right. But it's about 18 to 30, 18 to 35 year olds who are calling out the America First. They're feeling left behind, they're feeling betrayed, they're feeling lied to by the current government, and everything that's taken place, and all the money that's going overseas to other countries to fund wars, when the campaign that they voted for, that's the current administration, campaigned to be against these things. And you can watch these two videos to get a better idea. I'm not going to say any names on here, simply because I don't want to get flagged or end up in a lawsuit. But you can go watch it. But it's very, very interesting how some of these podcasters who are American, who stand up to defend another certain country that the United States is an ally to, who we send billions and billions of dollars and military hardware to consistently, and folks are tired of it. So the two videos that you will find links to is called Liberty Lockdown, and the other one is the recent Tucker Carlson interview with Nick Fuentes. You definitely want to watch these, and watch the Tucker Carlson Fuentes video first, and then the Liberty Breakdown, or Liberty Lockdown, I'm sorry, and you will get a much better understanding of what is going on. But it is brutal. There's folks calling for other conservative voices to be silenced, and they're calling out administration voices all the way to the top. So take time and go check it out, and be interested to hear any comments that you may have on this. So you're not going to hear about it on the news at all, but this could easily implode the GOP. All right, quickly, and this has gained a lot of fire in a very short period of time. So anyway, I'm going to end this, and take care, and have a good week, and thanks for watching the videos. If you have any comments, leave them below. You can email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com. Go over to the Hope for Survival website and check out the November newsletter. It's loaded with informative videos on preparedness, other news, and some thoughts that you may find of interest. So go over and check it out. If you like this video, please hit like and share with others. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting on? It's free. so you will be notified whenever I post the next video. So take care, be blessed, and don't forget to give thanks, and keep your head on a swivel. Bravo Echo out.